Our move is on the wonderful Daniel Jones leaving the game.
I need a million. I need a million. I need a million, Daniel. I need a mill, Danny. I need a mill. Give me a. You stop.
I tell you what, the one thing that you could be guaranteed of if you live on the East Coast, if you play ball out there and you shit and lay an egg and shit, they coming for your ass, all right? So you got these certain people that they were like, homeboy probably took 2.5 hours to get dressed after the game. They were still out there waiting for his ass. You're sipping on a Bud Light or a Miller Light or something and going, yo, you stink. I feel bad for the dude because he seemed like a really nice guy. But this is really out of his hands. You got put into an untenable situation. Duke does not have quarterbacks going to the NFL. Nobody has said, you know what? Let me see. The quarterback I need is not from Georgia or Alabama or UT or any of these. Name a program, Michigan. The quarterback I'm going to get is from freaking Duke. I swear to God, a million years ago in 1992 in New York, I had a guy. His name was Tennyson. Tennyson Hall. God bless you, brother. I think I told this story before on my first video. Now I keep telling it because the guy came into the office at the job and goes like this. What great quarterback has ever came from Duke? And just went like this and looked at me. And I was like this, just shaking my head. Dave fucking Brown. And you could, that's the great thing about YouTube. If you don't know about this shit, maybe you're younger Giant fans, maybe you're just younger NFL fans. This is not just about the Giants. This is about the NFL. And it's about team shit and, regional areas where people like to get together. For me, it was the East Coast and New York Giants and whatnot. For somebody else, it could be, Frisco or, whatever. Anyway, this guy comes in and says this shit. And I'm like, you know what? You're right. So you go on YouTube and look up Games with Dave Brown. And you're going to see something similar to what you're seeing right now with Daniel Jones, man. I mean, it is what it is. I feel, like I said, I feel bad for the guy. I really do. But at the end of the day, what I'm really mad at is Dables and Shane. And speaking of which, I just watched the first play with the Bills against Miami, right? That's what kind of inspired me to get up and make these videos. Because the first thing he did was do a little quick rollout and throw to the tight end. Hello? Does anybody know that with these outdoor East Coast, especially teams, but you can name other conferences, but on the East Coast with outdoor games, and even if you were indoor, it doesn't even matter where you're at. The tried and fast rule of football today is to get quick passes out to your back, but mainly to your tight end. And the first play, he threw to Kincaid and got like 7 yards. They had a 2nd and 1. You know what I'm saying? A 2nd and 3. Yo, why the fuck are you taking a guy who's already skittish? He's already looks like a deer in headlights and making him do a fucking 5-step drop back so you can get crushed by a quasi good offensive line. And this is the best offensive line he's at. He's already punchy. You want to see some guy be punchy that was on the Giants? Check out Derek Carr's brother, David Carr, when he came from being punchy like a motherfucker from the Houston Texans, and then the Giants had him as a backup, and he was punchy as hell because the guy got hit so many fucking times. It was like, yo, like talking about seeing ghosts. Apparently, because we didn't have an offensive game plan or a defensive game plan, the guy that you would have never thought could look that good, and old boy that came from the Jets with Minnesota, he used to see those same ghosts. He used to see the same ghosts. But having said that, Daboll's play calling, you might as well give it back to Kafka. I think Kafka would have did a better job than your ass for your opening game, that this big ballyhoo fanfare about you calling the plays now. You know what? Coach, I wanted to believe in you. I wanted to believe in Joe Shane, and I do not believe on either one of you by the fact that you let the best and greatest guy ever go in Saquon Barkley. Oh, by the way, and before we get to the end of this right here, I want to show you guys this. I have like so much swag, and this was such a crazy year for me. I was, at my job in New York, and I'm feeling so good about the Giants going against the Ravens that I needed to buy this to put on the front of my car. We went 41-0. You want to see a great, crazy Giants game? Go back to 2000 and watch the Giants play the Minnesota Vikings with Randy Moss, and we dusted them out 41-0. And then the next game got destroyed by the Ravens and Kerry Collins and that fat fuck Tony Siragusa. And the only reason Tony Siragusa was there because in the AFC Championship they went against the Raiders, and he picked up Rich Gannon and deliberately, he was squeezing him. He's like 300 pounds. He squeezes him, he falls on the ground, and he breaks his fucking ribs. And the guy can't come back in. Otherwise, the Raiders would have beat the Ravens as they had a game plan for their aggressive defense. And Rich was getting the ball out quick and moving the ball. Watch those two games. You'll love it. If you're a football fan, you will love these games. Yo, I'm 62 years old, dog. I got so much football in my head, it's not even funny. All right. That's it for that. Deuces. I love you. Fuck you, Joe Shane. Fuck you, Daboll. I feel bad for you, Daniel. I hope there's some way you can bring it back. If not, step to the side so my boy Tommy Cutlass come in. And oh yeah, let me end every video the same way. Louis Riddick for GM. Deuces. Let's go New York Giants.